We call the regular meeting of the Norwalk WPCA of 9/15/25 to order. It's 5:30 PM. We have a quorum. We'll do a roll call. Ostafine, present. Ovi. I see a hand. Breyer, hand. Igneri, present. Smith is present. Manella is present. We have a quorum. Acceptance of meeting minutes. It's still 5:30. Is there a motion to accept the meeting minutes?
So moved.
By Mr. Igneri. Any comments, questions, edits, revisions suggested? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Ostafine, Bovee, Freyer, Igneri, Smith, Manella. That passes unanimously. Thank you. Going into public participation, is there anybody from the public who wishes to speak?
There is not.
Okay, it's 5:31. Moving on to Roman numeral 5, new business. A, preliminary engineering proposal for Boughton Street extension, copy included. Authorize the allocation. I'm sorry, those are two different things. So it doesn't say what you're asking for under new business. Are you looking for approval of the proposal?
So it's just direction from the WPCA board. This was an item on Boughton Street sanitary sewer extension. From a couple meetings ago, the boards asked staff or directed staff to get a proposal. We reached out to Woodard & Curran, which is one of two consultants under contract with WPCA for collections, and they drafted a proposal. It's a menu type style of a proposal. The base or phase one, in order to come up with a 30% design drawings along with a benefit appraisal and cost, is $58,000. If the WPCA board wants to take that further down the road, there's additional maybe some soil pre-characterization and wetlands flagging and permitting requirements. But this is all related on the discussion to trying to get an idea of what the board would like to do with the Boughton Street folks.
Understood, but you're not looking for a motion. You're just looking for a nod and a wink here.
Correct, just direction. We have
Okay.
a contract and we have monies in that contract, and all we have to do is sign a task order to proceed. It doesn't, the WPCA board has already authorized spending up to a certain amount per task
Okay.
order.
So we have, I recall that. Does everybody else recall that? Does anybody have any questions before we give our approval to move forward? Okay, hearing none, that's your tacit approval to proceed, I guess. Okay, so no motion was proffered or passed. Item Roman numeral 5B, authorize the allocation of $115,000 to the Department of Public Works for the use of the storm sanitary sewer separation project being administered by the Department of Public Works under the agreement between the city and Emeraldano Inc. for on-call drainage improvements at various locations. Is there a motion to approve, to authorize the allocation? Mr. Igneri, any comments, discussions, or presentation from staff?
Yes. Good evening, everyone. So the on-call drainage contract has been in effect for the last couple of years now. And we're on our third amendment to the contract. This work for the $115,000 worth of funding allocation will go towards catch basin disconnects that we have field designs for. This will also go towards any kind of miscellaneous sanitary sewer work that would be in coinciding with the on-call drainage contract as well.
Does anybody on the board have any questions for Mr. Mario, I'll say?
That works.
Thank you. Pizzagelli,
Perfect.
thank you. Got lucky. No comments, questions? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Is there a motion to authorize? Mr. Igneri? And I think he already said that. All in favor? Aye. I see Ostafine, Bovee, Breyer, Ignary Smith, Manella. That passes unanimously. It is 5:35. Unfortunately, I'll just say, is there a motion to go into executive session?
Motion to go into executive session.
By Mrs. Smith, all in favor, aye. Ostafine, Bovee,
Aye.
Freyer, Ignary Smith, Manella. Cross your fingers, hope to see you there. Okay, we resume the regular meeting of the September 15th Norwalk WPCA meeting, having come out of executive session with no action taken. It is 5:56 p.m. and we resume our meeting with Roman numeral 6, Old Business A, Contract Operation Reports, number 1, Veolia. Please proceed.
Good evening, everyone. So I'll go over some highlights from last month and then talk about the item number 2 after. So for statistics for this month, the collections team completed 2.8 miles of CCTV inspection, 3.3 miles of sewer cleaning, 58 manhole inspections, and 3.9 miles of SL rat inspection. The team responded to 8 service calls. On the inside the plant, we have moved our chlorine contact tanks to a monthly cleaning schedule, so they were cleaned again this month. The IPP inspection team was out at 32 locations this month. We had strong nitrogen performance at 431 pounds a day. We cleaned primary tank 2 and 4 distribution boxes, which the team took about 3 mini bucket loads, like Kubota loads of material out of, so that's very good. The team installed a new 4-inch check valve for our number 2 grip pump. And then my personal highlight of the month was, even through the few heavy rainstorms we've had, we didn't have any wet weather events, no outfall 002 activation. So the system's performing really well, collection system and the treatment plant. Alongside that, we've been spending a large chunk of our time working on the NIPD's permit renewal alongside the WPCA staff. So that's approaching its submission. So fingers crossed on that one. As far as regulatory events go, we followed all permit requirements for the month of August. And the net DMR, MOR, and NAR reports were submitted to DEEP and EPA in August. Any questions on that stuff?
Done?
Okay. I will move to item 2, major repair and replacement out of scope items. So we have MRR contract year 6 project 006, Fort Point pump station SCADA improvements. So as we all know, the Fort Point pump station is getting some work done to it through the Walk Bridge project, and this MRR is simply to contract Aaron Associates to oversee the integration effort to make sure there's no issues with the new pumps and when it comes to SCADA or anything like that. So that is they're going to be the oversight on that side of things. So
Any questions on that? Hearing none. Roman numeral 5, letter B, 1, reports FYI 25-26 revenue.
Yes, the fiscal year 25-26 revenue expenditure munis report was included in the backup. Does anyone have any questions on the? Nope.
Hearing none. Item 2, open house.
This is just for informational purposes. The DPW open house is being held on September 27th, not next Saturday, the following Saturday from 9 to 12, and a copy of the flyer was attached in the backup for informational purposes.
Thank you. Any questions from the board? Hearing none. It's 6 o'clock. Roman numeral 6, letter C, discussion on engineering projects number 1, final settling tank.
So the final settling tanks project, we've been working with our design consultant Arcadis, and we are progressing towards the 30% design.
At 30%, any comments or questions from the board? No? Item 2, Bettswood and Barbara?
Yep, Bettswood and Barber Drive sanitary sewer separation and drainage project. We're going to be performing test pits to finalize the design in the coming weeks. We're also finalizing a technical correction for the grant that we're hoping to get, or not get, but to finalize for the project. We're still on pace for bid over in, I want to say, late fall or early fall this year to put the project out to bid.
Thank you. Any comments, questions from the board? No. Okay, it is 6:01. Moving on to Roman numeral 6, item letter D, discussion on construction projects, number 1, Fort Point improvements.
So the good news is the construction has started at the Fort Point Pump Station. The contractor, the joint venture contractor for the walk bridge has started preparing for the transition for the bypass, doing some electrical work and initiating the work. We're anticipating that the bypass will be in place in the next couple of weeks to start the major work over there. And the WPCA team continues to collaborate with the walk bridge team on that.
Great. Any questions on that? Number 2, collection Beacon Street sanitary sewer system replacement,
Yep.
sanitary sewer replacement.
Yep. So we got our traffic plan approved for the road closures and proposed detour routes for the entirety of the project, which is good news. We're looking to start setting up the sanitary sewer bypass in early October, and then probably break ground starting at Dascom's and East Avenue late October. So we're finalizing our submittals, and we're making good progress.
Great. Any questions from the board on Beacon Street? Okay, item number 3, it is 6:03.
Yep, the lining project with In Situ Form is progressing well. We did allow them to extend through change order work completion date through the end of October. There's a couple liners that had to be specially made due to the shape. For example, going from it's both a 10 and 12-inch pipe. So it's just takes a little bit more time on ordering that type of liner. We also have a liner on Washington Street that's more egg shape, not round. Also, we've been doing, there's a few locations where point repairs that we did not anticipate it had to be made. We actually did that through the Veolia team, through assistance, through collection system MRR, major repair and replacement. Those point repairs are now complete. So those are also locations, and Situ Form is going to come back sometime in October to finish the lining. They still have some manhole rehab ongoing and also some grouting, but majority of the work is complete.
Thank you, Ralph. Any questions on Sanderson
Yes.
Bell?
I just have one question.
Mr. Freya?
Ralph, you say it's just about complete? Does that mean that everything, we're not gonna see those trucks anymore?
By the end of October, that's what we anticipate, unless we run into some kind of delay due to something unexpected.
Okay. No, because I had a constituent that actually was very fascinated by what was going on, and apparently he's been all over town and says, how much longer how can they possibly be here any longer? How much did the whole thing cost? I don't recall. I thought I'd just ask off the top of my head.
So at the next board meeting, we'll try to update our spreadsheet, but it's about $6 million in total.
Okay.
But it's about 70,000 linear feet of pipe that's been lined, anywhere from 8-inch to 24-inch. I don't have the vertical, the manhole rehab and the number of laterals grouted. I'll also get that information for the board.
Okay. Great. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And there is just for everybody's reference, we did extend some additional time for Brown and Colwell for their construction admin and resident engineering for all the additional work that we added to the in situ form contract. So there's a copy of the task order in the board package.
Right.
Anybody else? Okay, it is 6:05, Roman numeral 6, letter E, sewer use of appeal and adjustments.
Yep, so to date, we have sewer use appeals and adjustments. To date has been a total of $6,335.
Any questions on that from the board? No. Moving on to Roman numeral 7, adjournment. Is there a motion to, well, before I do that, does anybody else have anything to say? Anything on the agenda, not on the agenda? Everybody good? Everybody, does anybody have anything to say before we hit item number 7? Okay, hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn? Mr. Igneri, I saw his hand first. All in favor? Aye. I'm not gonna do roll call, that passes unanimously. Thank you very much. We got it done in 36 minutes. Thank you very much. See you at the next meeting.
Take care.